that are deciding to show up, and we have no game audio. Why is that? Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
invite everyone to the game. Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
only you.
So, yeah, that's only me.
It's alright.
Okay. So, as you see, this is already scuffed, but we do have rain here in Brazil for the penultimate race of the Tier 5 race. Aftid will be the first one out on his lap. Looks like we are in the intermediate conditions with only 8 drivers out today, so we will only have a 25% race besides our normal 50%. I am Mr. Titan, joined as always with my faithful commentator, Ringwraith.
Howdy.
Yeah, howdy's probably the best way to put it here. So, it's a rainy practice. Not practice. It's a rainy qualifying. Will this have any show on? And we have somebody late joining. We have a rainy qualifying, and hopefully we have a rainy start to add a little more spice to our shorter or smaller amount of laps.
Yep, we will be running a 25% race here due to the small amount of drivers this evening. We do have a few more possibly on the way. We still have about 15 minutes for them to get in and get settled. But right now we're going to be having a wet quali. Not sure on the start of the race. Like you said, if we have a little bit of rain at the start, we'll definitely have some spice to really make this race kind of heat up at the start. But we can always be surprised. Could be wet quali, dry race. Wasn't sure on the weather forecast, but they should give an interesting way of qualifying because you go for a downforce setup to keep you gripped up during the wet conditions, but during the dry, you're going to kind of struggle straight away in kind of the bits of the course. Or do you kind of go for a low downforce, have a slower quality, but then kind of have more of a setup for the race? Interesting to see what the drivers are going to do, but who knows?
Oh, and there goes Wavy down on the back straight. I was waiting for you to finish the saying, like, Wavy looked like he had the lower downforce setup, and he crashes on the weird straight. So Ron Swanson will pass his wrecked car, and will be the first one to set a lap. We will say a 1:18.4 in the wet. Respectable from him, and it looks like Kai will be the next one to go through, but she has invalidated, and Enter Caesar has invalidated as well. Everybody looking extremely slippery on the wet tires.
Yep, and Zach the Beast is coming out, getting ready to go on to the front stretch. Right with the crowds coming through a really fast left. Can gain a lot of time here. Let's see what he is going to put up for time. 1:17.9. About 5 tenths.
From our 5 tenths faster than Ron Swanson. McLaren needs to outscore Zach the Beast today by 25 points, and because it's a half race, we do have these drivers will be earning half points. So Ron Swanson and Avi need to do have a 1-2, and hope Zach the Beast does not finish this race. So yeah, we could have the constructors tied up here as well because of the no-show of the Red Bulls.
The Red Bulls were in the chase for the constructors, but none of them showing up this evening kind of puts them in jeopardy in that first second place. So you can definitely see them fall. As Kai runs a 1:17.8. Great time from her in the Ferrari.
Yeah, nice. New driver up there. Tier 5 definitely has some lacking of wet races, so we could see some people's pace come up, and Caesar will take the P2 spot away from Zach the Beast, and he goes nose first into the wall right when I switch to him. So again, commentator's curse coming right back in. So I am on the ball with that. Looks like he's coming around, but continuing my sentence earlier, he will take P2 away from Zach the Beast with a 1:17.85.
And looks like the next person set a time will be F1. Through. Now, this right as you come down to the S's right here, this final kind of 90-degree left left is where you can gain or lose a lot of time. You don't want to take too much curb, but you want to try to get on the accelerator as soon as possible. But you also are playing a little bit of the risk game because that outside curb with it being wet is so slick that if you try to power up too quickly, you're going to find yourself out and around. But that's where you gain all the speed. It can be mile per hour differences that make the difference, as Affid F1 just proved that by gaining almost 3/10, even though he didn't need it out of that final turn, just based off of exit, and runs up the pole at 117.222.
Yeah, so Afton, the winner of the Mexico Grand Prix last week, by just showing a better strategy and better pace, definitely showing up here again, showing why he won last week. Looks like everybody's in the pits right now. Caesar looks like he is on a end lap or a cool down lap to go on another one.
Now, I did say Ron Swanson had retired from the session. Not sure if he pulled in the pits and then retired that way, or if it was a retirement on track. By the way, he is done for the session, even with 10 minutes left to go. Not too worried about positioning here. Everyone's going to be with.
Caesar almost had the same fate as what Wavy did, saving it. Just like I don't know if anybody watches NASCAR, but what I believe it was who drove the number 2 Bud Light car. I think it was like Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch, like he was mimicking Kurt Busch by just spinning controllably right as close to the wall as possible.
Or kind of being like Jimmy Johnson at Dover, spinning right next to the wall, didn't make contact, just being able to luck himself out of that. As he's now at the pits, probably cleaned himself up after that one.
Yeah, put on a new fire suit. Bobby on an out lap, and
that's actually what I was ready to say.
Yeah, Afton looked like he's hit a purple sector too, if I remember correctly. So he's looking to improve on his time. Can he get into the 16s in the wet?
We'll have to see. That 16 is a very good time. Or I should say the 1:17.2 is a very quick time. To get a 1:16 is a very good time. He's able to put that all together. Obviously, right now, the only McLaren non-quality is Ron Swanson is retired from the session. But we will see what we do. Oh, Affid F1 sets an even faster time with the 1:16.5, so Avi has a lot to make up here as he's going on the backstretch right now.
Yeah,
now
they need.
What?
Yeah, no, both McLarens need to somehow score. And I just gotta stop talking about these guys. Like every time I do, they start to spin out. But both McLarens need to again score as many points as possible here tonight to stay in that championship fight, or possibly pass the Red Bull team for that second place in the constructors. Then there's the awkward silence.
Sorry, I cut out there. That was my headset kind of knocking out right there.
You were probably like
anything.
You were just like probably having a whole speech, and then I'm like, yeah, there's nothing coming through.
Yeah, I was saying something, but I guess I never just picked it up. I kind of moved it away from my face, but I guess it was just I'm not gonna pick your voice right now, so I moved it backwards. You said awkward silence. So I guess you can't hear me on that one.
Yeah, Kai's had a purple sector too, so we may see somebody challenge Afted for that P1 position.
Well, she is coming to the start-finish line. We'll see what she can do.
1:17.3, only 0.8 off the pace of Afton, but looks like she does have enough ERS and field to go another lap, but she does invalidate, so this should be a cooldown lap for her. And everybody else is in the pits or on an out lap. It's also refreshing to see other different drivers also up there battling for that pole, besides seeing Zach the Beast dominate every other week.
Yeah, pretty much seeing the same person at the top every single week. We'll keep an eye on him, seeing if he can go fast or try to go to pole. But that 1:16.5 and 1:17.3 are very good quick times that are going to be very hard to beat.
Yeah, and going back from what I said, seeing one person win all the time doesn't get boring at all. I'm looking at you, FIA.
Sorry, we kind of had our own Lewis Hamilton here with Zach the Beast. Just kind of came in, dominated, pretty much getting win after win after win. So, pretty much a Lewis Hamilton of Tier 5 moment.
Guy goes into the pit, so probably a new set of enters, then jumping straight out as well. The rain looks like it's getting heavier too, so we may have just seen our fastest times XBs invalidated, but he looks like he does have enough fuel and ERS to go another lap. Oh, I should probably check if you're coming through too, because Twitch has been having that difficulty.
Well, since you haven't restarted the stream, I think we'll be alright.
Yeah, you're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Because that would just be like extreme long distance of awkward silence. And I don't want to deal with.
Talk to a different person, like, oh yeah, I like your point. Just nobody on the other side.
Yes, make myself look like even more insane than I already am. Everybody's in the pits right now. Zach the Beast is out on the track with Abby on his outlap. Welcome to the 10 viewers. If you weren't here earlier, due to the limited number of drivers we have here today, we will have a 25% race besides our normal 50%, and that will in turn only allow every driver here to have half the points they normally will have. So first place will have 12.55 points for finishing, and Zach the Beast is 6/10 up his own time, but he needs to make up right around 8/10 in this final. And looks like this will be Zach the Beast's last chance to get a good lap in. And time's passing. He does take P2. So can the Ferrari of Kai answer? And can her teammate in the Henchman kind of help her out? Help her out up there and at the top of our very small grid. Kai invalidated too, also in the tricky first part of Sector 1. So after now coming out of the pits, we're about to see our final little dash out for the final few laps. Kai is now heading out. Looks like Andrew Caesar's going out, and the Ferrari of Henchman has yet to leave the pits, it seems like.
I think I ended up cutting out again.
Oh, great. Yeah, it just can't be a normal stream anymore, now, can it? It's gotta have like 50 different problems.
Probably. It's also Xbox on my end, might being a little bit funky. Got a new mic today, it's wireless, so trying to slowly figure it out. Probably missing some type of update for my headset, but it's fine. We'll just keep rolling with it.
Yeah, it's a weird time where our headsets need updates now. It's weird. It's a weird time to be alive.
Kai just got released right there. Did you see that?
Who? Kai?
Yeah,
on the main straight.
Yeah, right as you come over like that crest, and she started turning in, her rear end snapped on her. Good job on her part, but that's gonna cost her time.
Yeah, that's what Caesar and that's what caught Wavy out as well. So if we do have a wet race, it's definitely going to be interesting there with all the dirty air and spray shooting up out. That should be a very interesting part of the track. Henchman's out, so he's on his outlap. Afton will be the first one to set a new lap. Can Afton improve and seal his place up into that pole position? Coming around the final true corner, he's 3/10 behind his normal time. He's coming around
Kai
the
is
crest.
up on her time, but it's all going to come down to this final sector. She can really nail it. She might be able to sack the beat on qualifying time. Let's see what happens. She just has to nail it. I think she might come up just... Oh, she beats him out!
She does.
She beats him out by 3/100ths of a second. Great job.
Yeah, and starting on the first row is so much easier and so much less stressful than starting in that second to third row. Just because you have those cars in front of you, and now you just don't have to worry about braking early. You can brake as late as you want. It's just clear track from the get-go. Henchman is invalidated, so he's just trying to get to the start-finish line as fast as possible. Looking at Caesar, Caesar is 3/10 up on his time. Zach the Beast 8/10 up on his time. Or he was, I don't know. It just said he was 8/10 up on his time, but we'll see what his first sector is.
Well, be coming across right now. He's actually down on his time. Needs to make up some time at the moment. Or my bad, he's actually... I wouldn't say... I can't... Is it up or down?
He's almost even. He's almost even. He's basically even with his time right now. He needs to gain 3/100ths of a second somewhere on the time check. Afton will complete a lap even faster, almost half a tenth faster at a 116.547. According to the pit, so she will not set a time. Caesar's coming down the straightaway, and he will take P2 with a 116.7. So Caesar showing some extreme pace as well. He was also very strong at Mexico, but had the unfortunate restart that cost him probably the race win. Here comes Zach the Beast, our championship winner. Will he improve?
Nope.
He does not. He will stay behind Kai on the second row. And Henchman has invalidated, so he will start on the very back of the grid, followed by right behind Wavy, and he smashes into pit lane limit speedboard and goes straight into the Ferrari pit lane. And that will conclude our Brazil wet qualifying, and we're going into our 25% race.
And Aphid actually...
I think that's the AI car.
Or he went
Yeah,
a
no,
little
wait.
bit faster, I think.
Yeah, he went 44 thousandths of a second faster.
Still something.
So yeah, Zach the Beast, not in the first row for the past few races, so his pace definitely has dropped off. But really, he does not need the pace right now, as he has won, and he just got to score some type of points here. If he wins, he practically locks up the Constructors' Championship for the Williams team. But your race order goes Afton, Caesar on the first row, followed by Kai, Zach in the second, Ron Swanson and Avi in the third. Wave and Henchman will be at the back on the fourth row. It should be a quicker race. Strategies are basically cut in half, and I think we only have 13 laps. I don't think so.
I think it might be slightly more.
It's like 16, 17 because there's 35 laps. Oh my goodness.
Well, it is a drier race, so we'll see what happens. Technically, you can put on the mediums and try and make them last, but even so, you can put the mediums on first and then go to sauce. But if everyone's starting on sauce, what I would try to do is kind of do an undercut If you feel comfortable on the mediums, go 5 laps on the soft, maximize the speed that you can, really push it, and then what you can do is then switch to the mediums and ride those out to the end and put about 10 laps on those. So that way you can try and do the undercut. Other than that, if you pit between lap 5 and 8 and you're still on the softs, I think y'all should still be around the same point. But if you pit sooner than that or later, I think you're going to be at a disadvantage, either be too soon or too late. Because at that point, you'd either have still enough grip in the car to where you can still maximize the speed, or what you'd end up doing is going so far to where your softs are now pretty much null and void, having no speed, and you're actually losing time. So I think that would be the sweet spot when you're going to start seeing drivers coming to the pits. But Alfred has elected to start on the mediums first, so he's going to go mediums to soft.
So yeah, we kind of have a checkerboard here. It's a 50-50 split between the mediums and softs. After Kai, Ron Swanson, and Henchman all elect to go on the mediums, Caesar, Beast, Avi, and Wavy all go on the soft. So definitely give you something here, and we might see Avi's first points finish, I believe, if he does not crash out today. Let me check, because that would be rude if I didn't know it by heart.
Yep, so we're going to have 18 laps here in Brazil. So it should be interesting. We kind of saw the pit display on what they should be doing. There's many different ways that you can go about it, so it's going to be interesting to see what drivers are actually going to select as they come to form the grid.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the Renault. Oh no, we're the Ferrari of Henchmen. Load up on the grid, and we will have almost an 18-lap sprint all the way to the end. Caesar needs a hard as ever just so he can get away from Zach the Beast.
Alright, and then would you like pick it or you want me? Alright, 5 red lights, getting ready for them to go, and they are off the line. First and second side by side are holding the whole boards all mixed up. The Alfa Romeo of Caesar takes it around the outside of Avi, who has the Ferrari of Kai right behind her. Then you have Zach the Beast, Ron Swanson right there in 5th. Everyone close battling together. The Renault now making up in the 5th place. Caesar out to an early lead. Kai trying to be underneath. Avi pushes Zach the Beast a little wide. She had the inside line. Holds her ground, holds the line as the Renault now is into 4th. Wavy making his way through the field, starting 6th. Already climbed 2 positions. Caesar, Affid, and Kai are kind of about to a little bit of a gap. Wavy trying to close into the backside of Kai, while Ron and Zach are starting to battle a little bit in the backfield. Henchman has a little bit of room between him and Zach, and Avi kind of falling behind a little bit. So he's pushing, kind of costing himself some time, as Caesar now has a small gap to Alfred, and Kai slowly reeling in Alfred with Wavy right behind her. Everyone trying to push as hard as they can in this first lap, and so far Caesar is able to take the lead as someone comes into pit lane.
Zach the Beast. So Zach the Beast probably has some wing damage, because I did see an end plate fall off and I didn't know who it was from, so that could be from Zach the Beast. Let's see, does he... Oh yeah, he does get a new front wing, so that's probably Zach the Beast's race done, and he should be putting on... Oh no, he puts on medium, so he will be trying to stretch those mediums out for 17 laps. Looking back further up the grid, Caesar on those softs needs to get as away from Afted as possible just before those softs fall off that cliff and make those mediums the faster tire. Wavy needs to also get by an Afted and make sure Ron Swanson does not get past him as well. Avi falling a little bit.
But Wavy just got loose. He lost the rear end of the car, was able to bring it back, but Ron Swanson diving underneath, making the pass. He's already made his way through. Avi just now needs to get past Henchman and Wavy to put himself in point positions. Or higher up points.
Yeah. Wavy may have that car a bit stiff, so while in a corner, he's just overpowering those tires, and all he's doing is spinning the back and hitting those tires a little much, and making it that much harder to drive. Top three still nose to tail, all within half a second of each other. Ron Swanson, he would like to be part of that train, just so if one of those three in front of him makes a mistake, he can capitalize on it. Wavy trying to recover from his little misadventure. Henchman and Abby in the same place where we left him, and Zach the Beast, probably not where we thought we would see him. He's in a world of his own, but not a mile ahead of everybody. He's trying to catch up to everybody in front of him.
Yeah, we also think he is on a one-stop strategy, possibly, or he's going soft, medium, soft. So we'll have to see what he has in store. And he got loose again and pulls back wide away. He's slowed up Henchman and Avi a little bit. So now those three are in their own little group, kind of racing on the rest. The top four of... Oh, and Caesar goes wide. Affin just makes the pass for their side-by-side. Chicane. They're coming to DRS. It's soft versus medium. Who's going to have DRS? Alfred's going to have DRS, and Kai is going to come right behind him. She's going to try and make the pass on the inside. Thinks differently of it. Still knows the tail as Caesar is all over the backside of Affin. What a quick little pass for that very initial chicane.
So are the medium tires already faster? I know we're in half the race distance and these tires fall off a lot quicker, but I don't think soft would fall out that quick. Caesar needs to go a bit faster, or is that wet, or does he have that wet setup on that car and it's just not helping him in the dry?
Well, if he has wet setup on. Sorry.
I know you're fine. You're fine. Kai is looking really hungry to get past him. Caesar as well, so after does not get any further ahead than he is. He's looking for his second win in a row. Wavy and Henchman both get a 3-second time penalty, which won't help them because shorter race and it's a lot harder to get those 3 seconds between you and the car behind. Afton almost pulling out a full second gap here. Caesar with 25 of ERS and DRS. Kai only has less than 10% with DRS, so he can't really do. She can't do really much here, as she just follows her. And Ron Swanson has caught up to their little train as well. So top four, almost all in a DRS train. Caesar will be the first one to pit, but he will be on the fresher mediums. Will be the faster car later. Wavy has fallen off Ron Swanson. Avi also. Avi actually got around Henchman well, and is now tracking down the Renault of Wavy. And Zach the Beast still in his own little world in second two.
So far, still moving at the pace. Top four still in their own little group. Kai, unfortunately, starting to fall back. So he's finally finding that ground back in the tires. He may have a little bit too hard, got him overheated. But as I say that, he makes a mistake, goes too wide. Kai thinking differently of the pass. She's going to try and go to the inside, thinks a little bit differently on it, but it's all on the back, so it's Caesar keeping him honest as possible. She's trying to apply the pressure, trying to go for a higher position. She's been running into some bad luck involved in a few incidents that wasn't even her fault. But so far, she's put up a few good finishes in her races, so this is going to be really, even with, well, I wouldn't take these guys lightly. They're all pretty quick in their own way. Interesting to see if she can make that pass on Caesar, who looks like he's starting to slow up a little bit and he's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, Caesar's taking a lot wider line than I think you really want to around this track, taking a lot more curve, a lot more of that turf run that you do want to take around this track, just so you have a bit more speed. Is using a bit too much, but I also think Kai's using a bit more ERS than she wants. As we ride on board while she dives on the inside, they touch as Caesar does bounce back, and they're side by side down the long left-hander, and looks like Ron Swanson has joined into the battle as well. He's to get past Caesar with Kai. Caesar stays on the outside. They stay side by side. Who will concede the position? Nobody will. As looks like Caesar does a time penalty, and Afton with this battle happening behind him, is almost has 3 seconds, 3-second gap, and looks like Kai will get the move done. Oh no!
She didn't clear Caesar
and collected Ron Swanson with. I don't think Ron Swanson has any wing damage, but that is just a momentum breaker. And looks like Kai does get around Caesar, and oh my, okay.
Not entirely sure what's going on right now. I think that was a glitch in our system because apparently Ron Swanson was up the whole rear of Caesar, but neither one of them have damage. Don't look at that as an incident. I don't think there was any contact made. I just think that was glitching.
They were Alfa Romeo.
Trying to some type of concoction. They're probably trying to pop out a Renault.
Yeah. Or like a Mick Romeo. I don't know. I'm trying to combine McLaren and Alfa Romeo right now. Alpha Claren. That's probably an easier name to say. With all that madness happening behind Afton, Afton now has a 4.3 seconds away from Kai. So Kai really just has to put that pedal down to the metal, keep the button pressed as much as possible, use as much ERS as efficiently as possible, and just try to gain as much time as possible, and stay on the track. Ron Swanson is second and 6/10 behind Kai, so no DRS to aid him on catching her up, so he has to do it off pace alone. Looking back, Wavy and Avi still battling for that 5th spot on the podium. Avi trying to get as much points as possible to help aid him in the Drivers' Championship and help his McLaren team in the Constructors, trying to get past that Red Bull team that has not showed up.
Yep, and currently he's doing a great job as he moves to the 5th, gets around Wavy, now has the pass back on Avi, but Avi outbreaks Wavy, able to clear him. What a Avi to kind of be that confident on the brakes. Has now found himself in 5th position, trying to run down Caesar. Both of them on softs. It's going to depend on who actually has taken care of the tires, but still remaining in the same pace between him and Caesar. But it looks like he's actually closing the gap. But Wavy is not letting him get away.
Yeah, we should see these soft runners going into the pits sooner than later, just to go on those mediums and be on the faster tire to make up any lost time have with those soft tires crossover period. As looks like the medium runner
Ron Swanson's
tires off. Ron Swanson's in the pits, and looks like he will be the only one in this lap. Well. And let's see where Zach Beast comes out in all of this as well, as he's already pitted, and he's going to try to take those mediums to the end.
I think he's going to pass Ron, but Ron has to replace wing damage, so something that we didn't see. But right now, Avi.
So he did. No, keep going.
See, Avi right now is still defending from Wavy. He actually was able to pull away from the DRS zone. Henchman slowly kind of catching up, but Kai is kind of stuck in the 3.2 second barrier to Alfred, really reeling him in slowly but not able to gain enough time. But with Zach the Beats being on the mediums, I have a feeling that Ron might be able to catch up, but even so, he may think he's too far behind for 8 laps in order to catch up to Zach.
Yeah. Kai has caught up by a second after that huge accident happened, and Kai dives into the pits with those mediums, so she will go on the softs. So Afton will be going on a overcut over Kai. Will it help or hurt him is the real question. So Kai needs to have a really good out lap. Afton needs a really good in lap. And
Avi and Caesar are both pitted as well.
Yeah, Kai got really lucky not getting held up in the pits as well with those two pitting.
And Kai's going to come out.
That's really good. She won't get held. She will not be held up by a slower car in front of her, and she's allowed just to have that clean air and not worry about anybody.
And she is elected to take the softs once again. I wonder how that's going to work out for her. She's going to be able to have that pace still at the end of the lap, because Zach is pretty close. So she needs to really take care of the tires for remain quick. As Outfit is still just putting laps.
Oh yeah, so you just so you could try to make sure he has the sauces that will be in their green zone as long as possible. Henchman catching up to the back of Wavy on his 10-lap old sauce. We should see Wavy pitting too. He's going for the overcut on Avi right now. So everybody has pitted once besides our top 3 currently. And hello, Kaylin. I hope I said your name right.
And right now, Kai is actually pulling away from Zach the Beast at the moment with her on the softs. She has quite a bit more ERS to begin with. And it looks like Zach is trying to use his up, but he's pretty much dead. And Kai is starting to save up and put in a little bit more. As unfortunately, Avi has picked up a 3-second time penalty. Not good for the McLarens being all the way in the back of the field.
Oh, it's Kyle. It's Kyle. Then why do you have an N after Kyle? Dang it, Kyle. It's like Kyle, and then there's an N right next to it.
It's in the pits.
Pit. So
we'll watch for Kai.
And it looks like Henchman will dive in as well, and he will stay out after just his pit box. After it gets passed, it looks like. Oh no, they're gonna be. Looks like they're gonna be right next to each other.
Close. If she nails this sector, she's gonna be right on his tail.
Yeah, she's in DRS range, so this should.
Nope, she's not in DRS range. She's using her ERS.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw the ERS advantage that Afton has. So Kai needs to be Afton in pure pace with less of a.
As long as she stays in DRS and build up her ERS deployment, she can kind of use it and just kind of follow him through the track. If she doesn't use it on the front stretch and save it for the back, she might be able to kind of at least gain on, but she's away. And she's not. She's actually applying pressure right now.
Yeah, what she needs to do is just save ERS, and she can wait till the very final lap to make this move.
She's using it now. But she needs to keep in the ERS range. Or DRS range, my bad.
So after it looks like he's using a lower downforce setup. Wavy 13 laps on those softs. I don't think that is the move. He should be nearing that puncture range as well on our with this race. So he's definitely going to be in that danger zone. Zach the Beast now. He's been having a really good recovery race. He should be able to finish on those mediums. Caesar slowly but surely catching up to Zach the Beast on those older tires. Ron Swanson gets past his teammate and Avi looking like he will have his first points position of the season, which is really good for him. And Henchman looking to get past Avi on those softs. Looking back up, after is passing Wavy right now, and Kai needs to get past Wavy on the straightaway as well. It's important if. Oh no, she doesn't need to worry about that as Wavy does go in the pit. So.
Well, luckily for her, she still had DRS, so she's able to stay at least hopefully within a second. But she needs to stay within that second, but it looks like she is now out of that range, and maybe running away with this. He does have DRS on, so that's 20%. DRS for Kai is really low, only about 10% left. So both of them really trying to use it as much as they can, but Zach Beast is now in third, as I guess Caesar has made a mistake.
That's possibly what happened. So Caesar cracking under pressure has a 3-second time penalty as well. Avi gets another 3-second, bringing his total up to 9. So Zach the Beast putting himself on that last podium position. So he goes from having a a horrible start in that wreck. Had a pit lap 1 to really up to that last podium position in this 25% race. After he goes the fastest, and he just looks like he has the superior pace. As he uses a bunch of his battery as well. So I and After both have similar ERS percentages.
And both of them are on similar pace. It looks like After has a little bit more of a lower downforce setup, but still has the grip. As he has fresher softs and maybe a little bit more turning with the car, just depending on the setup that he's using. Just turned out to be a little bit better than what Kai has, but she has put in a fantastic performance today. Even with 8 drivers, she has been at the front. Pretty much the majority had a really good battle with Caesar. Just slight contact, unfortunately, with her, Ron, and Caesar in kind of different positions. Pretty much all of them still together, just Zach the Beast kind of threading the needle, finding himself up in 3rd, but overall, really good performance from the majority of everyone here. Hinchman's still doing pretty well in 6th, and Wavy, unfortunately, just not sure if he messed that up or just really, just whenever he gets in a battle, seems like he has a little bit of issues either on the throttle too quick or just finds himself kind of caught out. But overall, it has been an enjoyable race.
Yeah. Kind of disappointed that we don't have our normal size grid of 13 to 14 drivers and have our 50% race, but everybody here has been able to have almost basically similar pace all around. Been having a really good, clean race, and looks like Henchman's getting caught up by Avi. So these two about to start battling again.
Yep, and we're pretty much on the final lap right now. As far as I know, this is the last lap. So it looks like Affid has pretty much locked it up, but Kai is really putting in the effort. She's trying to gain. Down to a second.
1.3. Or closing into a second. Avi gets another 3-second time penalty. Here we go. It's really all on this lap. Can't you gain that full second?
I don't think so. Based on the ERS deployment, it looks like it's going to walk away from her on this backstretch. She can get the chicane. Which looks like she's going to be close. I think she's just going to be out of it, possibly.
Yeah.
Yep. She just 1,000th of a second keeps her from that.
Yeah, that ERS detection point is right at turn 1 and right in the middle of turn 2. So if you're not within a second there, you're not going to get that DRS on that back straight. And it looks like if he does not choke this like the Atlanta Falcons, he will win the Brazilian Grand Prix and win his second straight race in BRL Tier 5.
Well, Kyle is closing in really quickly.
We could have a drag race. We could have a Pierre Gasly, Lewis Hamilton here.
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's going to be too close to call. Nope, she's not going to make it. She made it within 2 car lengths, but she tried her best. She put on the pressure right there at the end. And I think she's actually pretty much gas right now.
She just needed one more lap. One more lap for the
and we got a yellow flag.
That's probably Wavy. Yeah, so Aftid will be your Brazilian winner of our little 25% race for Tier 5. And the penultimate race, followed by Kai and Zach the Beast, will be your podium positions. Great race from Aftid, as I did say earlier. That was his second win in a row in BRL.
And congratulations to the driver of the day, which is Henchman.
Yeah. As we are waiting to see our final results. Are we? As we're seeing Aftid, Kai, and Zach the Beast all celebrating on the podium. yeah, goodness gracious, spraying that champagne all the way around. And loading. Okay, so our finishing order will be after with the fastest lap, followed by Kai, Zach the Beast, rounding out your podium, followed by Caesar, Ron Swanson, Henchman, Wavy, and Avi with his first points finish of the season. So yeah, that was a very entertaining race with the limited amount of drivers we have, as we are hopefully going to have all of our podium sitters join. So, very entertaining race. We had some really clean battles going in through the race between Avi and Henchman, and we had some really NASCAR-esque battles between Ron Swanson, Kai, and Caesar going just at the middle of the race.
And it looks like they are all here for podium interviews. So if you would want to start, or I can start, whichever one you want to do.
I'll let you start.
All right. Well, I know I wasn't here last week, so I'm not sure the whole entire finishing order, but Zach the Beast, you're coming home in P3 today. I know you had a little bit of an incident at the start of the race, meant you pit early, but even so, going onto the mediums early, you were still able to pound in some laps, be consistent, and find yourself in P3. What would you kind of sum up today's race?
I would say it wasn't like boring, but at the same time it wasn't entertaining. It was just more of a meh race. It's just one of those races where keep it consistent, keep it clean, don't get any incidents, which I did on lap 1. I think that was unfortunate right there. Couldn't check up in time because it was like all of a sudden got me wing damage, had to pit for mediums. To be honest, I didn't expect to be like P3, P4, like around those guys. I was expecting to be around people like Avi, Henchman, and Wavy, but for some reason, I didn't know about this because whenever I was practicing, the mediums felt really bad, and I think I adjusted the car perfectly for the mediums to feel good on my setup. Just ran very consistent, ran very clean, didn't go off track any. I just bring it home and got P3.
So good job from you today. Great drive. Glad that you're able to make it back onto the podium once again. I know it's not first, but at least it's a podium finish, so nothing to be ashamed of there. All right. So now we're gonna move on to P2, which is Kai, our female driver. How would you like to sum up today's race? With that, you had an incredible battle with Caesar. Not sure what happened there. Just overall, kind of give us your take on the little incident and kind of your race.
To be fair, I think I didn't realise he put his nose in on the outside. See, I come across and we all just kind of collided. So it was probably my fault, but yeah, I think Efford won in the end. I just couldn't catch enough towards the end. I got close, but he deserved to win that one. Yeah.
Overall, it was really cool watching that battle. You and Caesar were pretty much side by side for most of it. No slight contact, and just kind of unfortunate. But at least you're able to recover, finish P2, and put on a strong performance.
We were like side by side, nearly halfway around the lap. It was crazy.
It's pretty cool to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Looking forward to watching that. But
and then Titan, I'll let you take P1.
So, Afted, welcome back.
Thank you.
You said you probably wouldn't be here again, and looky here, you're back on the top step, and you're with me in the same party, winning again. So, I know it was a shorter race, half the points, but still, a win's a win. It's got to feel great to be right back here.
Yeah, it does feel good. I was expecting some rain during the race instead of qualifying, and I was expecting a much longer race. But because when it's raining, I'm usually not that good. And in my practice session I was much slower, so I think it all just came together today. And towards the end, once again, I was struggling a bit, and Kai was catching me. I didn't realize how close it was until the final straight, and then I thought he was gonna snatch the win right at the end.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be a Pierre Gasly, Lewis Hamilton drag race to the finish there, or I thought it was, but a very good clean race from you and all the other drivers that showed up today. Thank you guys for showing up and giving us a show at Brazil, which is a fan favorite with everybody